Have you ever thought that a few simple words before bed could completely change your money situation? It might sound too good to be true, but there's a powerful secret hidden in what you tell yourself right before you fall asleep. This isn't about some get-rich-quick scheme or a magical money trick. It's about something much deeper and more powerful, the way your thoughts shape your reality, especially when it comes to wealth. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that your financial future has completely turned around. Not because you won the lottery or got a huge raise, but because you changed the way you think about money. That's the power of the 3 words we're going to talk about today. These aren't just any words, they're like keys that can unlock a whole new world of financial possibilities for you. Now, you might be wondering, how can words have such a big impact on my bank account? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore. It's all about understanding how your mind works and how it connects to the world around you. When you grasp this, you'll see why these bedtime words are so important. But here's the thing. If you don't try this out, you might be missing out on some amazing changes in your life. Think about it. How many times have you wished for a better financial situation? How often have you stressed about money or felt stuck in the same old money patterns? If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. The risk of not trying something new is that nothing changes. You might keep struggling with the same money problems, feeling like you can't get ahead. That's a tough way to live, always worrying about bills or feeling like you can't afford the things you want. But it doesn't have to be that way. Trying these 3 words before bed is super easy and anyone can do it. You don't need any special skills or knowledge. You don't have to be a financial expert or a spiritual guru. All you need is an open mind and the willingness to give it a shot. And the best part? There's no downside. If it works, your financial life could change in amazing ways. If it doesn't, you've only spent a few moments each night trying something new. Now let's dive into the idea behind all of this. It's called the mirror principle, and it's a powerful way of understanding how your thoughts affect your life, especially when it comes to money. The basic idea is simple. What you think and believe about yourself and the world is reflected back to you in your experiences. Think of it like this. Your mind is like a mirror, and the world around you is the reflection. Whatever you show to the mirror, your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, that's what you'll see reflected back in your life. So if you constantly think about not having enough money, guess what? The world will show you more situations where you don't have enough. But here's the exciting part. This works the other way too. If you start thinking about abundance, wealth, and financial success, the mirror of life will start to reflect those things back to you. It might not happen overnight, but over time, you'll start to see changes. Opportunities might pop up that you never noticed before. You might find yourself making better financial decisions without even realizing it. This isn't just positive thinking or wishful dreaming. It's about rewiring your brain to see the world differently. When you change your thoughts, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your results. It's like a domino effect that starts in your mind and ends up in your bank account. Let's look at an example to make this clearer. Imagine 2 people, Alex and Sam. Alex always thinks, I'm not good with money, I'll never be rich. Sam, on the other hand, thinks, I'm learning to be smart with money. I'm on my way to financial success. Now, when a new job opportunity comes up, who do you think is more likely to go for it? Probably Sam, right? And even if they both apply, Sam's confident attitude might make a better impression in the interview. This is how the mirror principle works in real life. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. It's not magic, it's about changing your mindset and, as a result, changing how you interact with the world around you. But here's where it gets really interesting. The mirror principle isn't just about your conscious thoughts during the day, it's also about what's going on in your subconscious mind, especially when you're falling asleep. That's why these 3 bedtime words are so powerful. They work on your subconscious mind, planting seeds of wealth and abundance that can grow while you sleep. Think about it. When you're lying in bed, your mind is in a relaxed state. You're not stressed about work or bills. You're not distracted by TV or your phone. This is when your subconscious mind is most open to new ideas. It's like fertile soil, ready for planting. And what you plant right before sleep has a way of taking root deeply in your mind. This is why so many successful people swear by their bedtime routines. They know that those last few minutes before sleep are golden opportunities to program their minds for success. And that's exactly what we're going to do with these 3 powerful words. Now, you might be wondering, can it really be that simple? Just saying a few words before bed? The answer is yes and no. Yes, the act of saying the words is simple, but the real power comes from believing them, feeling them, and letting them sink deep into your subconscious mind. It's not just about the words themselves, it's about the shift in your mindset that they create. Think of it like exercise. Doing 1 push-up is easy, but doing push-ups consistently, day after day, is what builds strength. In the same way, saying these words once won't magically change your financial situation overnight, but saying them consistently with feeling and belief can start to reshape your financial reality over time. This is where many people get stuck. They try something like this once or twice, don't see immediate results, and give up. But that's like planting a seed and digging it up the next day because it hasn't grown into a tree yet. Change takes time, especially when it comes to deeply ingrained beliefs about money. Remember, you've probably had your current beliefs about money for years, maybe even decades. These beliefs didn't form overnight, and they won't change overnight either. But the good news is, with consistent effort and the right tools, like our 3 bedtime words, you can start to see changes faster than you might think. Now let's talk about why bedtime is such a powerful time for this kind of mind work. When you're falling asleep, your brain waves start to slow down. You move from the beta state, normal waking consciousness, to the alpha state, relaxed awareness, and then to the theta state, light sleep. In the alpha and theta states, your subconscious mind is much more accessible. This is why you might have great ideas right before falling asleep, or why dreams can sometimes solve problems you couldn't figure out during the day. Your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, and it's most open to suggestion when you're in these relaxed states. By using our 3 words right before bed, we're taking advantage of this natural window of opportunity. We're speaking directly to our subconscious mind, planting seeds of wealth and abundance that can grow and flourish while we sleep. But it's not just about the words themselves, it's also about the feelings and images they evoke. When you say these words, try to really feel them. Imagine what it would be like if they were true. See yourself living the financially abundant life you desire. Feel the relief, the joy, the sense of freedom that comes with financial security. This combination of words, feelings, and mental images is incredibly powerful. It's like giving your subconscious mind a clear, detailed order, and your subconscious mind, like a faithful servant, will go to work trying to make that order a reality. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how does it actually work in the real world? Well, it works in several ways. First, it starts to change your beliefs about money and wealth. If you've always believed that money is scarce or that you're not good with finances, these new thoughts can start to challenge and replace those old beliefs. As your beliefs change, your actions will naturally start to change too. You might find yourself making different decisions about money. Maybe you'll start to notice opportunities you would have missed before. You might feel more confident asking for a raise or starting a side business. These small changes can add up to big results over time, but it goes even deeper than that. According to some theories, our thoughts and beliefs don't just affect our own actions. They can actually influence the world around us in subtle ways. It's like we're constantly sending out signals to the universe, and what we get back matches the signals we send out. So when you start to truly believe in your ability to create wealth, you might find that opportunities start to show up in unexpected ways. It's not magic. It's about being in the right mindset to recognize and take advantage of opportunities that were always there, but that you might have overlooked before. Of course, this doesn't mean you can just think about money and have it appear out of thin air. You still need to take action, make smart decisions, and put in the work. But when your mindset is aligned with wealth and abundance, you're much more likely to take the right actions and stick with them even when things get tough. This is where many people go wrong with the law of attraction or similar ideas. They think they can just visualize what they want and it will appear. But that's only half the equation. You need to combine the right mindset with the right actions to see real results. Think of it like planting a garden. Our 3 bedtime words are like planting the seeds of wealth in your mind, but just like a real garden, you need to water those seeds, give them sunlight, and tend to them regularly. In real life, this means taking consistent actions towards your financial goals, learning about money management, and being open to new opportunities. But here's the beautiful thing. When you've planted those seeds of wealth in your mind, taking those actions becomes so much easier. It's not a chore or a struggle. It feels natural, even exciting. You're no longer fighting against your own limiting beliefs. Instead, you're aligned with your goals, moving forward with confidence and clarity. Now let's talk about why these specific words are so powerful. We'll get into the exact words soon, but for now, let's look at why words in general can have such a big impact on our lives. Words are more than just sounds or symbols on a page. They're containers for ideas, emotions, and beliefs. When we use words, we're not just communicating, we're shaping our reality. The words we use, especially the words we use to talk about ourselves and our lives, have a huge impact on how we see the world and how we behave. For example, if you constantly say, "I'm bad with money," you're reinforcing that belief every time you say it. Your brain hears it and thinks, "Oh, that's who I am. I'm bad with money." And then it finds ways to make that true. You might avoid learning about finances because you're bad with money. You might make poor financial decisions because, well, you're bad with money. But if you change those words to, "I'm learning to be good with money," everything shifts. Now your brain is looking for ways to make that true. You might find yourself more interested in financial topics. You might start to make better decisions because that's what someone who's learning to be good with money would do. This is why the words we use right before bed are so important. They're the last thing our brain hears before it goes into its nightly restoration and processing mode. It's like leaving a note for your subconscious mind, telling it what to work on while you sleep. And make no mistake, your brain is very busy while you sleep. It's consolidating memories, processing emotions, and yes, working on problems. Have you ever gone to bed puzzling over a problem, only to wake up with a solution? That's your subconscious mind at work. So when we give our subconscious mind the right words to work with, we're setting it up to focus on wealth and abundance all night long. It's like having a financial advisor working for you 24/7, even while you sleep. But it's not just about the individual words, it's also about the phrase as a whole. The three words we're going to use work together to create a powerful statement of identity. They're not just saying what you want, they're saying who you are. This is crucial because our identity, who we believe ourselves to be, is one of the strongest forces shaping our behavior. We all naturally act in accordance with our identity. If you identify as an athlete, you're likely to make time for workouts. If you identify as a reader, you probably always have a book nearby. So when we use these three words to create a new financial identity, we're setting the stage for profound changes in our behavior and our results. We're not just saying we want more money, we're becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts and creates wealth. Now, you might be wondering if this is all just positive thinking or wishful dreaming. It's a fair question. After all, we've all heard that we should think positive or visualize success. But often, these well-meaning pieces of advice fall short. Why? Because they're too vague, and they don't address the root of our financial challenges, our deep-seated beliefs about money and wealth. This is where our three-word technique is different. It's not about vague positivity, it's about creating a specific, powerful, new identity. It's about reprogramming your subconscious mind with a new truth about who you are and what you're capable of when it comes to money. Remember, your subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, but it's also very literal. It doesn't understand nuance or complexity, it simply acts on the instructions it's given. So when we give it clear, specific instructions in the form of our three-word phrase, it goes to work making that new reality true. But here's the really exciting part. This technique doesn't just affect your finances. As you start to see changes in your financial life, you'll likely notice positive changes in other areas too. You might feel more confident in general. You might find yourself setting and achieving goals in other areas of your life. You might even notice improvements in your relationships. Why? Because success breeds success. When you start to see yourself as someone who can create wealth, that belief in your own power and potential spills over into other areas of your life. You start to realize that if you can change your financial reality, you can change other things too. This is the true power of working with your subconscious mind. You're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your entire self-concept. And when you change how you see yourself, you change how you interact with the world. And when you do that, the world starts to respond differently to you. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. You might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. How can just saying 3 words before bed really change my financial life? And that's a totally fair question. In fact, a bit of skepticism is healthy. It shows you're thinking critically, which is a great quality for managing your finances. But here's the thing. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to believe it will work. All you have to do is try it. What do you have to lose? A few moments before bed each night? And what do you have to gain? Potentially, a whole new financial future. Remember, this isn't about magical thinking. It's about using a proven psychological technique to change your deepest beliefs about money and wealth. It's about harnessing the power of your subconscious mind to create real changes in your life. And the best part, you can start tonight. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to have any special knowledge or skills. All you need is an open mind and the willingness to try something new. So are you ready to learn the 3 words that could transform your financial future? Are you ready to take the first step towards a new, more abundant life? Great. In the next section, we'll reveal the 3 powerful words and explain exactly how to use them for maximum effect. Get ready to unlock a whole new level of wealth and abundance in your life. Now that we understand the power of our thoughts and the importance of what we tell ourselves before bed, let's dive into the heart of this life-changing technique. The 3 magic words that can transform your financial future are, I am wealthy. I know. I know. You might be thinking, that's it? Just I am wealthy? But don't let the simplicity fool you. These 3 little words pack a powerful punch when used correctly. Let's break down why these words are so effective and how they work to reshape your financial reality. First, let's look at the word I. This isn't just any old pronoun. When you say I, you're making a statement about your very identity. You're not saying something about the world or other people. You're saying something about who you are at your core. And remember, we always act in accordance with our identity. Next, we have am. This little verb is incredibly powerful because it's in the present tense. You're not saying I will be or I want to be. You're saying I am, right here, right now. This tells your subconscious mind that wealth isn't something in the future. It's not something you're chasing. It's something you are right now. Finally, we have wealthy. This word is great because it's broad and encompassing. It's not just about having a certain amount of money in the bank. Being wealthy can mean different things to different people. It might mean financial freedom, abundance, or having more than enough. By using this word, you're opening yourself up to all forms of wealth and abundance. When you put these 3 words together, I am wealthy, you're making a powerful statement to your subconscious mind. You're saying, this is who I am. This is my identity. I am a person who is wealthy. And remember, your subconscious mind will do everything it can to make this statement true. Now that we understand the power of these 3 words, let's talk about how to use them effectively. Remember, this isn't about just mumbling the words as you drift off to sleep. To really make this work, you need to engage with the words fully. Get comfortable. As you're lying in bed, ready for sleep, take a few deep breaths. Let the stress of the day melt away. This helps you enter a relaxed state where your subconscious mind is more receptive. Say the words slowly and clearly. Say, I am wealthy. Don't rush it. Really focus on each word. Feel the words. As you say, I am wealthy, try to really feel what it would be like if this were absolutely true. Imagine how you would feel if you were truly wealthy. Would you feel secure, confident, free? Let those feelings wash over you. Visualize. Create a mental picture of what wealth looks like to you. Maybe you see yourself living in your dream home, or traveling the world, or simply feeling completely free from financial stress. Whatever wealth means to you, see it clearly in your mind. Repeat, say, I am wealthy 3 times, feeling and visualizing it each time. Let go. After you've done this, simply let go. Don't stress about it. Don't try to force anything. Just drift off to sleep naturally, knowing that you've planted powerful seeds in your subconscious mind. Do this every night, consistently. Remember, you're reprogramming deep-seated beliefs, and that takes time. But if you stick with it, you'll start to notice changes. You might find yourself feeling more confident about money. You might start to see opportunities you never noticed before. You might even find that your financial decisions become easier and more intuitive. Now let's dive a bit deeper into why this technique is so effective. It all comes down to how our brains work, especially our subconscious minds. Your subconscious mind is like a powerful computer. It doesn't judge or analyze, it simply accepts the information it's given and acts on it. When you repeat, "I am wealthy" every night, you're feeding your subconscious mind new information about who you are and what you're capable of. Over time, this new information starts to override old, limiting beliefs about money. Maybe you grew up hearing that money doesn't grow on trees or we can't afford that. These old beliefs might be holding you back without you even realizing it. But by consistently affirming "I am wealthy," you're creating new, empowering beliefs. Another reason this works is because of something called the reticular activating system, RAS. This is a part of your brain that filters information. It decides what you notice and what you ignore out of the millions of pieces of information bombarding you every day. When you start affirming "I am wealthy," you're telling your RAS that wealth is important to you. Suddenly, you might start noticing opportunities to make or save money that you would have overlooked before. You might find yourself more drawn to books or conversations about finance. Your RAS is now on high alert for anything related to wealth and abundance. But it goes even deeper than that. By affirming "I am wealthy," you're also changing your self-image. And when your self-image changes, your behavior naturally changes to match it. You might find yourself making different decisions about money. Maybe you'll be more likely to invest in yourself or your future. Maybe you'll feel more confident negotiating a raise or starting a side business. This is why this technique is so powerful. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about fundamentally changing how you see yourself and your relationship with money. And when that changes, everything else can start to shift too. Remember though that this isn't a magic spell. You can't just say the words and then sit back and wait for money to fall from the sky. The magic happens when you combine this powerful mental technique with aligned action in the real world. For example, if you've been avoiding looking at your bank statements because money stresses you out, your new wealthy identity might inspire you to face your finances head-on. If you've been putting off learning about investing, you might suddenly find yourself curious and eager to learn. This is how real change happens. The affirmation plants the seed, and your actions water it and help it grow. Over time, you create a positive feedback loop. Your new thoughts lead to new actions, which create new results, which reinforce your new identity as a wealthy person. Now you might be wondering, what if I don't believe it? What if saying "I am wealthy" feels like a lie? This is a common concern, and it's totally normal. After all, if you're struggling financially, saying "I am wealthy" might feel far from the truth. But here's the thing. You don't have to believe it 100% at first. In fact, you probably won't. And that's okay. Think of it like learning any new skill. When you first start, you're not an expert. You might even feel a bit silly or awkward. But with practice, it becomes more natural. The same is true with this technique. At first, saying, "I am wealthy," might feel strange or untrue, but remember you're speaking to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It simply responds to the information you give it. So even if you don't fully believe it at first, say it anyway. Feel it as much as you can. Visualize it as clearly as you can. Over time, it will start to feel more natural. Your subconscious mind will start to accept it as truth. And that's when the real magic starts to happen. As powerful as this technique is, there are a few common mistakes that can hold people back from seeing results. Let's go through them so you can avoid these pitfalls. Inconsistency. This is probably the biggest mistake people make. They try it for a few nights, don't see immediate results, and give up. Remember, you're reprogramming deep-seated beliefs. This takes time and consistency. Commit to doing this every single night for at least 30 days before you judge the results. Saying the words without feeling, just mechanically repeating, "I am wealthy," won't have much effect. You need to engage your emotions. Really feel what it would be like to be wealthy. The more real you can make it feel, the more powerful the effect will be. Contradicting the affirmation during the day. If you say, "I am wealthy" at night, but spend all day complaining about money problems, you're sending mixed messages to your subconscious. Try to maintain a positive, abundant mindset throughout the day. Not taking aligned action. Remember, this technique is powerful, but it's not magic. You still need to take action in the real world. Look for opportunities to increase your income, learn about money management, or improve your financial habits. Focusing on lack. Some people make the mistake of focusing on what they don't have. They say, "I am wealthy," but then immediately think about all their bills and debts. This creates conflict in your mind. Instead, focus on abundance and what you do have. Comparing yourself to others. Your journey to wealth is your own. Don't get caught up in comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own growth and progress. Being impatient, change takes time. Don't expect to wake up a millionaire the next day. Look for small signs of progress and celebrate them. Maybe you feel a bit more confident about money, or you make a smart financial decision. These are all signs that your mindset is shifting. By avoiding these common mistakes, you'll set yourself up for success with this powerful technique. Remember, the key is consistency, emotional engagement, and aligned action. Keep at it, and you'll start to see changes in your financial life. Now, you might be wondering, does this really work? Has anyone actually changed their financial life with this technique? The answer is a resounding yes. Let's look at a couple of success stories to inspire you and show you what's possible. First, there's Sarah. Sarah was a single mom working 2 jobs to make ends meet. She always felt stressed about money and couldn't see a way out of her financial struggles. Then she learned about the "I am wealthy" technique. At first, she felt silly saying it. How could she be wealthy when she could barely pay her bills? But Sarah committed to trying it every night for 30 days. After about 2 weeks, she noticed something interesting. She started feeling more confident at work. She found herself speaking up more in meetings and sharing her ideas. Her boss noticed, and within a month, Sarah was offered a promotion with a significant pay raise. But that wasn't all. Sarah's new confidence led her to start a small side business selling handmade crafts online, something she'd always wanted to do but never felt brave enough to try. Within 6 months, Her side business was bringing in almost as much as her day job. Today, Sarah is financially stable, has a growing business, and most importantly, feels confident and empowered about her financial future. She still says, "I am wealthy" every night, but now it feels like a celebration rather than a far-off dream. Then there's Mike. Mike was drowning in debt and felt hopeless about his financial situation. He'd tried budgeting and cutting expenses, but nothing seemed to work. He was skeptical about the "I am wealthy" technique, but figured he had nothing to lose. For the first few weeks, Mike didn't notice much change, but he kept at it, really trying to feel and visualize wealth each night. Then something interesting happened. Mike started noticing opportunities to save and make money that he'd never seen before. He found a better deal on his car insurance, saving him $100 a month. He noticed a poster for a part-time job that perfectly fit his schedule. He even won a small lottery prize, not enough to solve all his problems, but enough to pay off one of his smaller debts. These small wins motivated Mike. He started learning more about personal finance and discovered he had a knack for finding good deals and savings opportunities. He started a blog sharing his money-saving tips, which eventually grew into a successful personal finance website. Today, Mike is debt-free and has a thriving online business. He credits the "I am wealthy" technique with changing his mindset and opening his eyes to opportunities he would have missed before. These are just two examples, but there are countless stories of people who have transformed their financial lives with this simple yet powerful technique. The key in all these success stories is consistency and an open mind. They didn't just say the words, they allowed those words to change how they thought about money and wealth. Remember, your story could be next. It all starts with 3 simple words: I am wealthy. Are you ready to transform your financial future? While the "I am wealthy" technique is powerful, it's not always smooth sailing. You might face some challenges along the way. Let's talk about these potential roadblocks and how to overcome them. One common challenge is doubt. You might find yourself thinking, "This is silly. How can saying a few words really change anything?" When these thoughts come up, remember that you're not just saying words. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. Even if you don't fully believe it at first, your subconscious doesn't know the difference. It will start to accept what you tell it as truth. Another challenge is impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification, and you might expect to see results overnight. But remember, you're working on deep-seated beliefs that have been with you for years. It takes time to change them. Be patient with yourself and look for small signs of progress. Maybe you feel a little more confident about money, or you catch yourself thinking more positively about wealth. These are all signs that the technique is working. Consistency can also be a challenge. Life gets busy, and you might forget to do your affirmations some nights. Don't beat yourself up if this happens. Just get back on track the next night. It's the overall consistency that matters, not perfection. You might also face resistance from others. Maybe your friends or family are skeptical about this approach. They might even discourage you. Remember, this is your journey. You don't need to convince anyone else. Keep your practice to yourself if you need to, and let your results speak for themselves. Staying motivated can be tough, especially if you're not seeing big changes right away. This is where keeping a journal can be helpful. Each day, write down any positive changes you notice, no matter how small. Maybe you resisted an unnecessary purchase, or you felt more confident in a work meeting. These small wins add up over time and can keep you motivated. Another great way to stay consistent is to pair your affirmation with another bedtime habit. For example, you could say, "I am wealthy," right after you brush your teeth. This helps make it a natural part of your routine. Remember, the key to overcoming these challenges is persistence. Keep going even when it feels tough. The results will come if you stay consistent and open-minded. You might be wondering if there's any scientific basis for this technique. While saying, "I am wealthy," might seem like simple positive thinking, there's actually some solid science behind why it works. First, let's talk about neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life. Every time you repeat, "I am wealthy," you're actually creating and strengthening neural pathways associated with wealth and abundance. Over time, these pathways become stronger, making it easier for your brain to think in terms of wealth and abundance. There's also the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies. This is a psychological phenomenon where a belief or expectation comes true because we act in ways that are consistent with that belief. When you start to see yourself as wealthy, you're more likely to take actions that align with that identity. You might be more likely to invest in yourself, take calculated risks, or seek out financial education. The power of visualization, which is a key part of this technique, has been studied extensively. Sports psychologists have found that athletes who visualize their performance show improved results, even without physical practice. The same principle applies here. When you visualize yourself as wealthy, you're training your brain for success. There's also research on the power of affirmations. Studies have shown that self-affirmation can lower stress, improve problem-solving abilities under pressure, and even impact academic achievement. By affirming, "I am wealthy," you're tapping into this powerful psychological tool. Lastly, there's the concept of cognitive bias. Our brains are wired to notice things that confirm our existing beliefs. By consistently affirming, "I am wealthy," you're priming your brain to notice opportunities and evidence that support this belief. You might start to notice more abundance in your life or spot financial opportunities you would have missed before. All of these psychological and neurological factors work together to make the "I am wealthy" technique a powerful tool for transforming your financial mindset and ultimately your financial reality. While the "I am wealthy" affirmation is powerful on its own, you can amplify its effects by expanding your overall wealth mindset. Here are some ways to do that. Gratitude practice. Each day, take a moment to appreciate what you already have. This puts you in a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Reframe challenges. Instead of seeing financial setbacks as failures, view them as learning opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Surround yourself with positivity. Read books about wealth and success. Listen to podcasts or watch videos that reinforce your new wealthy identity. Set clear financial goals. Having clear, specific goals gives your subconscious mind a target to work towards. Educate yourself. Learn about personal finance, investing, and wealth-building strategies. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to money. Practice generosity. Counterintuitively, giving can put you in a mindset of abundance. When you feel you have enough to share, you reinforce your wealthy identity. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge every financial victory, no matter how small. This reinforces the belief that you're making progress. Use wealth-affirming language. Pay attention to how you talk about money. Replace phrases like, "I can't afford that" with "How can I afford that?" Visualize your wealthy future. Spend time each day imagining your ideal financial future in vivid detail. Take inspired action. Listen to your intuition and take action on ideas that feel aligned with your wealthy identity. Remember, changing your financial reality is about more than just saying words. It's about adopting a completely new way of thinking about wealth and money. The "I am wealthy" affirmation is a powerful starting point, but incorporating these additional practices can accelerate your journey to true financial abundance. We've journeyed through the transformative power of 3 simple words: I am wealthy. We've explored how these words, when used correctly, can reshape your financial reality from the inside out. We've delved into the psychology and neuroscience behind this technique, and we've looked at practical ways to overcome challenges and expand your wealth mindset. Remember, this isn't about magical thinking or overnight success. It's about consistently reprogramming your subconscious mind, aligning your thoughts and actions with wealth and abundance, and opening yourself up to new financial possibilities. The journey to wealth isn't always easy. You may face doubts, setbacks, and challenges along the way, but with persistence and the right mindset, you can overcome these obstacles and create the financial future you desire. As you embark on this journey, be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small win. Stay consistent with your nightly affirmation, but also take inspired action in your daily life. Learn, grow, and keep pushing forward. Your financial transformation begins tonight with 3 powerful words: I am wealthy. Say them with conviction. Feel them with every fiber of your being. Visualize the wealthy future that awaits you, and then go out into the world and live as if those words are already true. Remember, wealth is not just about money in the bank. It's about freedom, security, and the ability to live life on your own terms. By adopting a wealthy mindset, you're not just changing your financial situation, you're transforming your entire life. So tonight, as you lay your head on your pillow, take a deep breath and say with confidence, I am wealthy. And know that with each repetition, you're one step closer to making that statement your reality. Your journey to wealth and abundance starts now. Sweet dreams, and here's to your wealthy future.